It's an extremely difficult process to actually capture your GLP-1 levels. Remember, I told you that they go on for 5 minutes and then are deactivated. So at best, we're usually measuring deactivated GLP-1. We're not measuring the active stuff. And even to measure that for research studies and other things, it's a very complicated process that's extremely sensitive. So what we're not doing today is actually measuring that. We can get an indication about your GLP-1 function from some lab tests, but the reason that I created an assessment that has things that are more than lab tests is because we can't just look at labs and get all the information that we need. We want to know, for example, about your body composition, and we're not going to know that from a lab test. But what we can know from a lab test with things like high sensitivity CRP, we can know about your inflammatory response. We can know about, is your inflammation turned on more often and at a higher level? So that's going to be something that gives us a good insight, as well as we can start to unpack what's going on for you from a blood sugar standpoint. However, fasting glucose is not going to be that helpful for us because it's only telling us in the moment about your glucose levels. Fasting insulin might tell us a little bit more because it is telling us about in the moment how your insulin is working. Your hemoglobin A1C, while helpful because it's a longer period of time, it's measuring 90 days, is only an average. And a lot of things can average out to the same number, so it doesn't give us really good data. That's why I recommend using a continuous glucose monitor so that we can see how your body is responding to the over 40 choices that are going to impact your body's blood sugar response. So we can use some labs, but we also don't want to rely just on labs for assessing your current GLP-1 function.